All right, so this article I have here today is from March 24th, and it reads Representative Khanna, Democrat of San Jose, has penned a letter calling for President Trump to issue a national shelter in place to slow the spread of coronavirus. Meanwhile, Trump said he was hoping the country would be ready to reopen by the Easter holiday. Our current actions to stem the tide are not enough. The total number of COVID 19 cases and deaths have nearly doubled over the last 48 hours. At this rate, we will surpass 1 million confirmed cases and 13,000 deaths within the next 10 days, the letter states. Khanna urged the president to issue a 2-week shelter in place order nationally, similar to the ones already in place in California and several other states. A state by state, locality by locality approach is not enough. Without action, the U.S. could end up like Italy, Spain, or worse, Khanna went on to say. So, in this letter, he predicts the U.S. will have 13,000 more deaths, or rather, would surpass more than 13,000 deaths and 1 million confirmed cases in the next 10 days. And that without action, the U.S. could end up like Italy, Spain, or worse. I have an article here. This was written April 8th, so that's at least 2 weeks later. And let's read it. The headline is U.S. tops 400,000 coronavirus cases. The number of confirmed coronavirus cases in the United States has topped 400,000, according to Johns Hopkins University. The U.S. currently leads the world in the number of COVID-19 cases by hundreds of thousands, as Spain, the nation with the second highest number of cases, has tallied nearly 150,000. 150, 150, yeah, okay. My, my mathematics skills are not the best. But there's another line in here. The U.S. has the third highest number of deaths behind Italy and Spain with nearly 13,000. You know what that means? Khanna's letter that he wrote, not even, let's see, that was the end of March. Not even 3 weeks later is correct. The U.S. did end up getting 13,000 deaths. May not in 10 days, but certainly by the beginning of the following month. Hell, if that was written on the 8th, there's actually a chance that that was in the next 10 days. And it didn't get 1 million confirmed cases, but it got 400,000, almost halfway there. Well, I guess 4/10 of the way. You get the idea. And the part about the U.S. ending up like Italy, Spain, or worse, it's now the third highest number of deaths. Look, I got critiqued for some of my criticisms towards a lot of the Justice Democrats, but I've always tried to give Roe credit where he deserves, and he pretty much predicted this. And that's not because he's some super genius or, a rocket scientist could only figure this out. It's because people have been trying to claim that Trump is getting unfair criticism when there's no damn reason for why he won't issue a national shelter in place rather. States such as Georgia, Alabama are doing nothing. South Carolina just this week started to implement a shelter in place. So they're raking up the number of cases, which increases the death toll, which has caused us to now be the third highest number of deaths country behind Italy and Spain, as Roe predicted it would. He said in that letter, all these little state by state locality ones are not enough. They're not cutting it. And he was right. So that's why I said I think he's the best of the Justice Democrats. I'm not trying to recommend him for president because I'm burnt out over national politics at this point, but I think he is just so underrated, especially when I see people gassing up AOC and her grandstanding stupid speeches.